He's not coordinating with people that are taking care of the property.
Ready to go? Hey,
We gotta get Sherry back.
You gotta wait for Sherry.
Gotta wait for Sherry, Steve.
Emily, can you run this meeting?
We are bound by the technology.
Was the mouse working?
You did the best.
You got a drink? You got a lot to read.
You see, you got the most votes on everybody. Did you see that?
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Monday, May
Good
5th,
job.
2025, 7:10 PM. Bear,
Here.
Briggs,
Here.
Coulter,
Here.
Heidrich,
Here.
Holtmeyer,
Here.
Packey,
Here.
Pepsel,
Here.
Cullentrop.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the council members answer if they have or not read the minutes of the council meeting dated Meetings, thank you. April 21st, 2025. Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Packey,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Sullentrop.
Yes.
Need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Packey, second by Briggs to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have the change order number 2 and final payment request for Third Street Overlay Improvements Project, STP 6401602, and liquor license renewals.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Bear, second by Heidrich to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Priority items, mayor's presentations, appointments, and reappointments, proclamation, Bicycle Safety Week.
You're gonna have to be, it's gonna be for you.
Okay, gang, here we go. First one. Bicycle Safety Week, May 12th, 18th, 2025. Whereas the bicycle is a viable and environmentally sound form of transportation and an excellent form of recreation unless you fall off. Whereas millions of Missourians will experience the joys of bicycling during the month of May through educational programs, races, commuting events, trail work days, helmet promotion, charity events, or just getting out and going for a ride. And whereas creating bicycle-friendly communities has been shown to improve citizens' health, well-being, and quality of life, to boost community spirit, to improve traffic safety, reduce pollution and congestion and wear and tear on our streets and roads. And whereas the education of bicyclists and motorists as to the proper and safe operation of bicycles is important to ensure the safety and comfort of all users. And whereas the Washington Police Department, together with other members of the community, will host the 49th Annual Bicycle Safety Rodeo on May 17th, 2025, to promote greater public awareness of bicycle operation and safety education in an effort to reduce collisions, injuries, and fatalities and improve health and safety for everyone on the road. Now, therefore, in recognition of the health, safety, and welfare of its residents are the most valuable asset of any city, I, James D. Hagedorn, Mayor, proclaim May 12th through 18th, 2025 as Bicycle Safety Week in the city of Washington and encourage all residents to enjoy the benefits of bicycling, recognize the importance of bicycle safety, and be more aware of cyclists on our street. So, Joe, can I give this to you?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Would you like to say anything?
Absolutely not.
You want to think about it a little bit?
Somebody told him he had to speak tonight, right?
Proclamation Historic Preservation Month.
Do we have any historical preservationists? All right, great, Andrew.
Thank you, Ken.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Please.
You look nice, so you might as well stand up there.
Andrew is on our Historical Preservation Committee, by the way. Thank you. Whereas the National Trust for Historic Preservation established May as Historic Preservation Month in 1973 as a way to promote historic places for the purpose of instilling national and community pride, promoting heritage tourism, and showing the social and economic benefits of historic preservation. And whereas the historic houses and buildings of Washington help make our city unique and provide links with aspirations and attainment of the city's pioneers and their descendants, and strengthens the enduring bond between past and present. And whereas historic preservation is an effective tool for managing growth and sustainable development, revitalizing neighborhoods, fostering local pride, and maintaining community character while enhancing livability. And whereas historic preservation is relevant for communities across the nation, both urban and rural, and for Americans of all ages, all walks of life, and all ethnic backgrounds. And whereas it is important to celebrate the role of history in our lives and the contributions made by dedicated individuals in helping to preserve the tangible aspects of the heritage that has shaped us as a people. Now, therefore, I, James D. Hagedorn, Mayor of Washington, do hereby proclaim May of 2025 to be Historic Preservation Month in the City of Washington and call upon the people to join their fellow citizens across the United States in recognizing and participating in this special observance. Andrew?
On behalf of the commission, I would like to thank you for the recognition and May being Historic Preservation Month. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for all you do.
Proclamation National Police Week.
All right, National Police Week. I might ask you to say something on this one.
I'll do my best.
Okay. May 11th through 17th of 2025. Whereas in 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15th as National Police Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which it falls is National Police Week. And whereas members of the law enforcement agency of the City of Washington play an important role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of our community. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their police department, and that members of our department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression. And whereas the police department of the City of Washington has grown to be a modern and scientific law enforcement agency which works unceasingly and provides vital public service. Whereas U.S. flags are to be flown at half-staff on Peace Officers Memorial Day, May 15th, in tribute of those peace officers that have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Now, therefore, I, James D. Hagedorn, Mayor of the City of Washington, Missouri, call upon all citizens of us and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 11th through 17th as National Police Week with appropriate ceremonies and observances in which all our citizens may join in commemorating police officers past and present who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to this community, and in doing so have established for themselves a desirable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further call upon all citizens of Washington to observe May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those peace officers who, through their courageous deeds, have lost their lives or have become disabled in the performance of duty.
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mayor. It's kind of that time of the year. I spent my morning, this morning actually, with a couple of our brand-new officers down at the St. Louis Metro Police Memorial Breakfast. So that's we try to get our new officers down there if at all possible. Very moving experience, particularly for our new officers to go down there and kind of see what it's all about. So thank you for this. Thank you for recognizing the week, and join us on the 15th right out here like we do at 9 o'clock on that morning. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, it's
Proclamation. Sorry.
okay. It's especially poignant to us in this community, you guys. We have a resident who was one of the officers involved up in Herman a while back. One of the officers lost his life, unfortunately. And fortunately, Adam Sullentrup, the other officer, he's with us today. I saw him this last weekend, I think, it was at the festival 2 weekends ago. And he looks pretty good. So, but it's important, I think, to keep that in mind, all of us, that when these guys go out the door, they put their lives on the line for us. And that's pretty cool. So, thank you, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Proclamation, National Travel and Tourism Week.
National Travel and Tourism Week is May 4th through the 10th of 2025. Whereas travel, hospitality, and recreation reflect the power of travel and contribute significantly to Washington, Missouri's economic prosperity. And whereas the tourism industry, I should get you up here. There you are. Yes,
She's
good.
there. She was
I didn't
already
see
there.
you. You snuck up. Whereas the tourism industry in Washington remains strong and vibrant, a lot due to you, with record-setting overnight visits achieved in 2024. And whereas our hospitality and tourism businesses, many of which are locally owned small businesses, form the foundation of Washington's unique visitor experience and thrive because our community's unwavering support. And whereas Washington's hospitality and travel sector continues to thrive through increased business and leisure travel, a growing number of meetings and events, and the steady utilization of Amtrak Missouri River Runner. And whereas Washington showcases a rich blend of historic charm, modern vibrancy throughout the community, offering a lively and ever-evolving downtown district that welcomes and entertains visitors from near and far. And whereas visitors are drawn to Washington, the heart of Missouri wine country, with its stunning views of the Missouri River, celebrated events such as the Cajun Festival, Barbecue and Blues Fest, Art and Wine Fest, Town and Country Fair, Fall Festival of the Arts and Crafts, Holiday Parade of Lights, as well as scenic hiking, biking trails, and a robust lineup of live music events. And whereas Washington provides exceptional recreational activities throughout outstanding parks, breathtaking landscapes, remarkable dining, boutique shopping, experience-driven activities, tasting rooms, and museums. And whereas the continued growth of Washington is strengthened by the power of travel and tourism, which is essential for moving our community forward toward an even more prosperous and vibrant future. Now, therefore, I, James D. Hagedorn, Mayor of the City of Washington, do hereby proclaim May 4th through the 10th as National Travel and Tourism Week in the city and urge all our citizens to join me in this special observance. Yeah?
I would just say thank you guys so much for your continued support. I always know that whenever I come here and ask you guys for anything or I'm telling you guys about anything new, that I have your guys' support. So I really appreciate that, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. Thanks.
Police Department reappointment.
Once again, Joe, please.
Good evening again, council. One officer for you guys tonight, Officer Daniel Day. I'll say a little bit about Day, Officer Day, because I call him Day, because I know him pretty well. He is one of those guys that goes out there and does exactly what we were talking about earlier, puts his life on the line when he's working. So he is a great guy. He is a great officer. I believe we're going to be going into his 7th year. And what I will say about Dan, he is probably one of our best about keeping an absolute level head in no matter what sticky situation he finds himself as, and he's exceptional at that. So I certainly recommend him for a reappointment.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Motion by Hydrich, second by Coulter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Joe.
Citizens' comments.
If anyone in the audience would like to come up and talk about anything that's not on the agenda tonight, now is the time, please. Thank you.
Ordinances and resolutions. An ordinance authorizing the city of Washington, Missouri to enter into a First Amendment to lease agreement with Precoat Metals, Washington LLC.
Introduced by Bear.
This is what Aaron reported at the workshop, to go ahead and enter into, transfer those assets over to the city so that they qualify for Chapter 100 industrial revenue bonds.
Further questions or discussion? Second reading, Sherry, please.
An ordinance authorizing the city of Washington, Missouri to enter into a First Amendment to lease agreement with Precoat Metals, Washington LLC. Bear?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Solentrip?
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. B, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a lease agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Matthew Holden LLC.
Coulter.
Introduced by Coulter. Further questions or discussion?
Good evening, council members. Again, this is, as we talked about earlier, this is the ordinance approving the lease agreement with Matthew Holden, who's here in the audience. With his business, he plans to occupy the space currently available at the passenger depot. That would be a 5-year lease agreement. Any questions?
You see the terms in Aaron's letter, whatever, it's 900 square feet, as he said. You got an annual lease rate set at 11,400, which would be adjustable annually based on CPI for the St. Louis metro area with a maximum of 3%. So that's a 5-year.
Correct.
Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a lease agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Matthew Holden LLC. Bear?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Solentrip?
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7B passes. C, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a mitigation credit purchase agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Swallowtail LLC.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
This is the purchase of the mitigation credits for the Fox Crest double box culvert project.
No further questions or discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a mitigation credit purchase agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Swallowtail LLC. Bear?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Solentrip?
By your vote, ordinance 7C passes. D, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a quitclaim deed by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Front and Jefferson Street LLC.
Bear.
Introduced by Bear.
This is for a permanent easement for our Front Street project to replace the sidewalk, all the way up to the building at this location.
No further questions? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a quitclaim deed by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Front and Jefferson Street LLC. Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Solentrop.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7D passes. E, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a temporary construction easements by and between the City of Washington, Missouri, Mary F. Connor and Michael J. Connor, and Michael S. Coulter and Kimberly P. Coulter, Laura M. Muhalis, trustee of Laura M. Muhalis, revocable trust dated 2006, as amended, and Bernadine M. Howell, Edward W. Johnson, and Julie A. Johnson, Schwagman House LLC, 430 West Front Street LLC, Front Street Property LLC, Joseph S. Ferguson and Kathleen P. Ferguson, and Missouri River Building LLC.
Holtmar.
Introduced by Hopemar.
This is all the temporary construction easements that we'll need for the Front Street project to do all the sidewalk work and tires.
With these two ordinances, then, do we have all the easements that we need?
This is all the easements. We have about half of them signed. We still need the other
Okay.
5 signed, but
Okay.
we're bringing them all to
So there will
you.
be others coming
Yep.
at a later date. Okay.
Any questions? Second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of temporary construction easements by and between the City of Washington, Missouri, Mary F. Connor and Michael J. Connor, Mike S. Coulter and Kimberly P. Coulter, Laura M. Muhalis, trustee of the Laura M. Muhalis Revocable Trust dated 10/6/2006, as amended, and Bernadine M. Howell, Edward W. Johnson, and Julie A. Johnson, Swagman House LLC, 430 West Front Street LLC, Front Street Property LLC, Joseph S. Ferguson and Kathleen P. Ferguson, and Missouri River Building LLC. Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Coulter,
Abstain, please.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Solentrop.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7E passes. F, please.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for the Bluffs at Pasora Place, Plat 2 in the City of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Bear.
Introduced by Bear.
Good evening, council. So we recently saw the Bluffs at Basora plat, final plat. You approved that. Since then, we've had a slight change. The developer has a buyer that would like to purchase one of the buildings. So they're designed so that it's 2 units, 2 lots, and this purchaser wants this to be 1 unit. So they're removing the lot line so that they can have the entire building for their property. So we're asking for that boundary adjustment so that they can sell it as 1 unit, 1 lot.
Questions? Second reading.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for the Bluffs at Pasora Place, Plat 2 in the City of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Pepsel,
Yes.
Solentrop.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7F passes.
Mayor's report.
Gosh, it's been busy lately, you guys. Not just in our office, but all over town. It doesn't take much to see the growth that's happening in our town. It is not explosive growth. I think it's smart growth. We're keeping up with it. We're building roads when they should be made, bridges, infrastructure. We're focusing on that. We've got some good development that is currently taking place all over the city. And Precoat had their ribbon cutting today. That's 80 new jobs in town that are gonna happen really quick. We want more, but as long as we continue to grow at the 3% or so rate that we're growing, we're gonna be able to control all these things by getting ourselves ready so that it's not explosive growth. If you go to our neighbors in the north, there's subdivision after subdivision on crappy one-lane, sometimes two-lane roads with no shoulders, old farm roads. We don't want that. And so we're taking the right steps, looking far down the road to make plans for this. And so I've got to be very, very optimistic for our future. So, with you guys' help. Thank you.
City Administrator's report.
The only report I have is we did send out an email Friday to, the mayor has put together the Sales Tax Renewal Committee to be chaired by former Mayor Sandy Lucy. We set some meeting dates that we'll be having those meetings. The first one will be June 13th. All of these meetings, at least for the first three, will be from 11:30 to 1. June 13th will be a discussion on park projects. July 11th will be a discussion about emergency response projects for the capital improvement sales tax. And as you notice, we did call them Sales Tax Renewal Committee because we got two sales taxes that we're looking at. And then the meeting in September 12th will be an update on our transportation sales tax and our proposal of what we're looking at. So we continue to have good discussions with MoDOT and the County Commission on some potential cost share with MoDOT for Highway 47. We had another meeting with them today, actually on another matter, more dealing with economic development, but it seemed promising that they want to meet and continue those discussions. So we'll keep you posted as soon as we have more information. Any questions about the committee? Okay, that's all I have.
Council comments.
I just have, Charles, seen the trash cans are being delivered today, the new toters. And then I had one email that it was the wrong size. How do we, what should we expect, or what should someone expect that they're on the curb, I guess?
Yeah, so they're going through the city, handing out the toters. They had put out the postcards in the mail to try and get some initial information on what cans people wanted, but just going out, you might not get the one that you requested because it might not have gotten that information in time. But you can reach out to Waste Connections directly to request a different size, whether that's trash or recycling can, and they'll bring those out.
And the options again for size?
96 and 64 for both recycling and trash.
Right,
So,
thank you.
I'm pretty sure the postcard wasn't even due until
May
this week.
8th.
Right.
May 8th.
So,
Right.
Because
So
I
they'll
got a
have-
couple calls too on that, Jeff.
So you'll get what you got now, but they'll keep that record and they'll come back out probably in June with another round of swapping out for the correct sizes. But I would encourage anyone to call Waste Connections and also tell them what sizes you want.
Because that card had to be made on Thursday, be in by Thursday.
Does that help?
Yeah, no, thank you. I just want to make it general, but yeah.
I'll move we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion by Barron, second by Coulter to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're done.
I said nay. Nobody. I want to just sit here. What? Quick meeting? Yeah.
There's a yawn to that.
I'm tired. You got a guess?
Yeah, this fell right.
Oh, okay.